Hey YouTube, this is Maineprepper 1. I have no idea what I'm going to title this video. I got a bunch of things to show you. But what you're looking at right now are morning glories. We plant them on the side of the porch. And what this does is usually in the summer, the sun is right over there, in the afternoon it coming into the porch area. So this creates a huge amount of shade when it's sunny and hot. So it really helps. So it looks good, but there's also a purpose behind it. Huge amount of shade. Now this hasn't died yet because we haven't had our first frost. But it is fall time, so soon it will die. But this looks awesome and it serves a purpose. I want to talk about pear trees. I have 5 good pear trees and then a new pear tree. As you can see, I've wasted tons of pears. The 5 pear trees I have on my property, I have had no problems with disease. I've had no problems with the Japanese beetles. Those are terrible. They eat everything. They will attack my apple trees, but they don't touch my pear trees for some reason. I probably got, out of the 5 trees, I've probably got anywhere from 700 to 800 pears off of them. Now granted, some went the waste, some were given away, some were composted, and then a lot were dehydrated. And I'm going to show you that in a second. I think pears for me in my area are by far the best fruit tree. I do have some peaches. Last year, terrible harvest, terrible. But I've had some great from peaches, and peaches grow great here. For me, apples do okay, but they're not for me because it's too hot. A little bit north of me in North Carolina, much better. So for me, my mainstay is pears. I think I'm going to put a few more in. For us, we've been dehydrating them, and I'm going to show you that and talk about dehydrators. As you can see, it's just fall. Beautiful colors. Been made some changes, and I want to show you that. If you remember, I will show you this just so I can be embarrassed. It is still not up, but it's getting closer. Yeah, I need to be shamed. I need to get that up. Before, right here, there was the 4 white totes all tied together with a manifold. I moved those behind my shop. I had to move them first of all because I didn't like them here, the looks. And I had to get a building in here. There's my dog enjoying some sunshine. I want to show you a few things. First, I want to show you the dehydrator. I've had this dehydrator, I would say 12, 15 years. This year I borrowed my parents' Excalibur. People say that's the best dehydrator, and I ran on both side by side, and it was the same amount of time. The advantage of the $225 one was I could get a little bit more in it. I think I paid $39 for this one, and it came with 4 trays, and I bought 4 additional trays. Head-to-head competition. They did the same. They dried the same. Me and my wife could not tell the difference. I was going to buy one of those Excaliburs. I am not anymore. I am going to buy another Nesco if I can find it. It's done the same thing. Granted, it doesn't do as much, a little bit less. But this is what we're doing. We're turning all the pears into these chips. For us, they work excellent. There's some huge pears. I have 2 varieties. I think these are Kiefers. I could be wrong. I cannot remember. I'd have to go look in the paperwork. And then I have a type of Asian pear. The Asian pear comes in maybe 6 weeks before these come in. These last a long time. They've been coming in forever, and they last great on the tree. The other ones are a little bit more short-lived, but they come in super early. So if you're thinking about pears, try to do some research and get one variety that comes in early, because you don't want all your trees to come in at the same time, because it's a lot of work. So I did that by accident. I didn't plan that out, but for me it's worked excellent. These are awesome, these dehydrated pears. We love them. We eat them all the time. Another thing I want to show you. This is a sparkler. Just a normal sparkler. This is a little bigger one. I was at a place that used about 100 of these and they just were all thrown away. The other day I lit one off. I've had them in storage for a little bit and it worked fine. And then I noticed, I just took it and I smacked it on hard substance outside and all the little black stuff fell off. And then I noticed, as you can see, this is awesome wire. It bends really easy. You can tighten it down pretty tight. So I'm gonna start saving these. Excellent wire. It's so bendable. That's why I said it's hard to label this video. I have no idea. I'm going to show you this. These are some shelves I have, and the reason I'm going to show you these shelves, I'm going to show you a storage, a portable storage building that would make an excellent retreat, and that's what they're making out of it. I built these shelves. The shelves are 30 inches wide. I probably wish I'd done them maybe a little bit wider, but they're working great. They're storage right now, but in a pinch, in an emergency, I'm going to clear this stuff off. That is a normal GI issue pad, sleep pad, and that is a little over 21 inches. I believe a GI cot's like 27 inches, and so these are 30 inches. So they're plenty to sleep. So I can comfortably sleep 2 people on this, and the lower one's a little bit snug. You can still turn over, but that'd be great for somebody's supplies. I'm trying to think ahead, and not for all doom and gloom, the end of the world. I'm thinking, I don't think the economy's getting better. I have a good friend that has a business. His business is crashing. He's an awesome businessman. He's been in business for 25 years, but people are running out of the extra money to fuel hobbies and to fuel other things, and he's hurting. I think the economy is getting worse for some people. So I have this for people to sleep. The reason is, I don't know if you've done studying of history, but shanty towns during the Great Depression were called Hooverville, named after the president. I believe those are going to come back, and really right now they are back. If you look at how many people are living in their vehicles, living in tents, living in little communities that are springing up near cities, people are losing their job and falling through the cracks. What you have there is a portable storage building. It was delivered by a big truck on a big trailer and set up here. It is approximately 12 foot wide by 28 foot long. 4 of those 28 foot is the porch. So you're about 12 by 24 inside. Has a metal roof on it. This is a friend of mine. Some great people that I love dearly. They have 2 small children. And they had a storage building they were renting. So we solved that problem. They're going to bring their stuff over here, compact it, and we're also going to go ahead and insulate it. Has electricity already. We're going to insulate it, put some paneling. The reason I don't think they're going to put sheetrock is because I think it's going to be too heavy. If they ever move this again, all that sheetrock is very heavy. Plus, we'll probably have a lot of damage because the building's going to be a little bit flexing as they load it and move it, go over bumps. But we're going to turn this into their bug out place. We don't really need a bathroom in here. We really don't need a kitchen in here because less than 40 yards is the kids' cottage that we call the guest house, and that has a full bathroom and a kitchen. So we want to be able to practice if people come here. Maybe turn the power off, run off generators, run off solar, and do some practicing. I'm also concerned this isn't for the end of the world. If we go into another Great Depression, there's going to be a lot of people suffering. The government is technically so broke, I don't think the help is going to be there. And if they try to help, I think that's going to further cause more problems, deflate the dollar more, and could end up just collapsing the dollar. This basically has some windows in it, has a nice door. This can be turned into a very nice bug out cabin. The reason I showed you those bunks is I don't know what, we haven't sat down and talked to them, and this is their building. I'll give some insight, but whatever they want to do is fine with me. I think they need to, if they're going to store stuff, we need to build some of those bunks because they work great for storage, and in an emergency they would have extra sleeping spots. They do have some loved ones that might come with them. Well, they are going to come with them. So having a few extra bunks in here would be ideal. they're excited about it. I'm excited for them. I think this is an easy way to make a bug out location. I think this was about $5,000. They're a little bit expensive because they're already just delivered. So you get that convenience of just having this thing delivered on site, ready to finish how you want it. I believe for about $2,500 you could easily build one of these. So if you have that skill, you could do that. I'm thinking long term here. So I'm thinking hypothetically, the economy crashes, something bad happens. I would rather, even if they don't have the money, take money that I have just put away for long-term retirement. And if I knew something bad was going to happen, buy some building materials. I would love to see a deck off of here, a couple steps down, a deck, do a little diagonal right here, and then straight down to the back of the building, at least 8 foot wide. That tree can come out in a second. And then maybe get some, has a metal roof, black metal roof. Don't attach the roofing to the building. Maybe put 4x4s on this side and just slip it underneath that white trim right there. And then on this side, you can put a nice gutter for rain catchment. South Carolina, you can spend about 8 months out of the year for sure outside. Very nice. So I'm trying to think long term. If they have to occupy this, this didn't take a building permit because it's not a house. It comes in here and you put it down. So it doesn't really have a permanent foundation. I have this space back here because I want them to enjoy coming here. If they want to camp out for the weekend, I want them to feel like, hey, this is my area. So, you know, they can do what they want. I have some big rocks. We could put a fire pit right here, some more furniture. So when they come, they can enjoy themselves. This is away from my house. So they don't have to be like, oh, we're right on top of Dave, because they're not. It's down here also has the advantage because of the other road coming in, the private road, and the driveway right there, so they can park right there. They don't have to bother me. I don't want them to think, oh, we're going to be parking in Dave's driveway. They're not going to be bothering me. So if you're thinking about putting these buildings up on your property for your group or for family members, try to position it so it's more private, away from your living space. Now, the only drawback is they do, probably, maybe only 40 yards, 30 yards. It's not that far. Just a short little walk, and you're in the kitchen and you're in the bathroom. So that's a big advantage. I am going to run some power down to them, and I'll probably put an outdoor spigot very close wherever they want it. So right outside the door, they'll have water. I'm excited for them. If you have an opportunity to help somebody, help somebody. You might think, well, I'm doing it for them. I am doing it for them because I love them. They're friends of mine. They have wonderful children. But also, in a worst case event, they're here. They don't have to occupy my guest cottage, so that's going to free up for my other family members. So it's a win for everyone. If it's not total raw, but just an economic collapse, they might look at the picture and say, you know what? Maybe we'll move because they're renting now. We'll move now and save that money. Because we could get into a place where a loaf of bread is $50, and if your salary's not going up, you got to make some cuts somewhere to live. And this could be a cut they make. Hopefully not. Hopefully things go on, because I'm ready to take another cruise. I'm ready to take more travel the United States, so I'm not ready for raw at all. If you can see right there, I am getting rid of my freezer. I'm giving it to my sister. I'm going to more dehydration. I don't want a lot of food in a freezer if the power goes off. I want to see how we can do without it. We still have the little freezer at the house above the refrigerator, but when it's just me and my wife, we don't have all the kids here now. We don't buy as much, especially the frozen stuff. More buying fresh stuff or getting fresh stuff out of the garden. So I don't know what I'm going to title this. I do want to add one thing, probably the most important thing. Maineprepper is doing great. Now, I mean, he's not totally healed, recovered, but his progress is awesome. I would love to give you more details. I talked to him a week ago, 2 weeks ago. He sounds great. between me and you, I think he's going to come back eventually to YouTube. I don't think it's going to be a prepping channel. I think it's going to be a homesteading channel. But he's doing some changes in his life. But he sounds great. So keep praying for Maineprepper. And I think one day he will be back on YouTube. That's my bet. Thanks for watching.